nanotechnology is considered as a cutting-edge technology that has the potential to revolutionize many other future key technologies, such as IT, biotechnology, energy generation, or the future automotive industries. The unique innovation potential consists in the fact that many physico-chemical properties change at the nanoscale. This behavior of engineered nanomaterials has triggered a vast amount of research during the last decade, mainly to uncover those mechanisms that may lead to adverse human health and environmental effects. Unfortunately, most of these publications, more than 13,000 in the last 9 years, and other results of nanosafety research are limited in significance because they are hardly comparable with each other. Thus, the challenge is to produce common standards in nanosafety research, measurements, methods, and prediction. The EU nanosafety flagship project NanoValid was started in 2011 to address all these questions. The main goal of NanoValid is the development of reference methods and materials that can be used to evaluate the performance of other similar methods, to develop reference materials for testing of nanomaterials, and to establish reference values. More than 30 project partners from 13 different EU countries and from India, Brazil, Canada, and the US were coming together to establish the critical mass of expertise needed to tackle this goal.
So both industry will benefit and also regulatories will benefit, but of course standardization committees, standardization organizations like CEN, ISO will of course have great benefit of the results that NanoValid has produced.
A comprehensive interlaboratory intercomparison program was launched to validate the performance of the currently available and most relevant methods for measurement, characterization, hazard identification, and exposure analysis of commercially and ecologically important nanomaterials. This will finally help to improve the application of schemes established for risk and life cycle assessment of bulk chemical, also to nanomaterials. NanoValid has successfully tested and validated the performance of various methods that are needed for the physico-chemical characterization, control of particle dispersion in toxicological and environmental media, labeling of nanomaterials, and in vitro in vivo assessment of the hazard and exposure potential associated with these materials from a life cycle perspective. Based on the developed and validated methods, a panel of reference methods and materials has been established, and in particular certified reference materials for gold, silica, and titanium dioxide, which can be further used to validate the applicability of a particular method for a distinct nanomaterial property, such as particle size, form, or surface.
And so we're able to synthesize all these data and come out with something that's bigger than the parts. So that's very important. Another thing that we've learned is the importance of characterization, and that characterization can really and preparation of your media can really impact what the organisms might be seeing. And we see that because we've had different laboratories with different skill sets that have been able to all prepare in their own way these nanomaterial preparations, and we can see that they're different. So we now understand that, again, we need to have a common approach, a harmonized approach, and that's been very important as well.
Besides the development of novel tools for sampling, analysis, modeling, and testing of nanomaterials, such as a new hot gas sampler, a prototype for a novel online exposure device to simultaneously collect and assess exposure by airborne nanomaterials, a multi-compartment barrier model based on a fish cell line to assess the bioavailability, persistence, and toxicity of nanomaterials in aquatic systems, or a rapid screening test battery for obtaining the toxic profile of new nanomaterials, NanoValid is supporting current method standardization efforts by proposing a variety of new work items to various CEN ISO technical committees, such as for particle sizing or dispersion control, for biological testing, such as the ATP and MTS assay, for feeding nanoparticles to test organisms, or for developing decision trees that can be used for risk assessment.
The other direction in which we need to move is to enable measurement with dirty nanomaterials as they are in real life, as they are in a factory. And so we need quick, cheap and robust methods. NanoValid has developed some of them, and we are certainly happy to share them with you.
In order to demonstrate the applicability and performance of the developed and validated methods under real exposure conditions, NanoValid has performed a number of case studies that include relevant situations, such as workplace conditions, a transport accident, the manufacture within an automotive industry, and the behavior and fate of nanomaterials in natural environments, such as soils and surface waters. These studies indicate that results received on hazard and exposure can be different in laboratory and real situations.